Srimad Bhagwad Gita, Chapter-6, Sloka 37. Siddhant, we will do chanting. Arjun Uvacha
Arjun Uvacha
Ayati
Hayati
Shraddhayopeto
Shraddhayopeto
Yogacha
Yogacha
Litamanasaha
Litamanasaha
Aprapya
Aprapya
Yoga Samsiddhim
Yoga Samsiddhim
Kamgatim
Kangatim
Krishna Gacchati.
Krishna Gacchati
Shloka 38. Kachinno
Kachinno
Bhaya Vibhrashtash
Bhraya Viprashtash
Chinna Brahmiva
Chinna Bhavima
Nashyati
Nashyati
Apratishto
Apratishto
Mahabaho
Mahabaho
Vimudo
Vimudo
Brahmanah Pathi.
Brahmanah Pati.
Thank you. Now we will do the meaning. Shloka 37. Arjun Uvacha. Arjun has said, Akriti, you bring some toy? Ayati, unsuccessful yogi, Shraddhaya, with faith, Upeta, possessed, Yogata, from yog, Chalita Manasaha, whose mind becomes deviated, Aprapya, failing to attain, Yoga Samsiddhim, the perfection in yoga, Kama, which, Gatim, destination, Krishna, Shri Krishna ji, Gacchati, goes. Now Arjun is asking to Shri Krishna ji, O Krishna, what is the fate of the unsuccessful yogi who begins the path of yoga with dedication and faith, but who deviates from the path due to his or her unsteady mind and is unable to reach the goal of the yoga in this life? Good question, Anna. Nobody asked. Arjun is asking. So, as we already discussed, the question from Arjun will be like the question or doubts being asked by us. So, this question is very right and correct. Now, Arjun is asking to Sri Krishna ji, what happens when a seeker is striving to meditate faithfully and with dedication, but is unable to reach the state of the perfected meditator in this lifetime? What will happen to him? Arjun continues the doubt in the next shloka as well. So Arjun's curiosity is, it is rising. He is getting more curious and he is getting more questions that, okay, Sri Krishna ji has told that follow this path. So there can be anything. There will be many possibilities, right? A person is trying to follow the path but not able to do it. If that person might die, he is not able to achieve that Brahman level or the supreme level. Before that itself, the person by chance, he is no more on this earth, or maybe some situations have arisen and no, he is deviated from his path. So there can be any situation, no one can predict. So what is the fate of that seeker? What will happen to that no yogi who's trying to achieve the level of a true yogi? So Arjun is asking, what will be his fate who is not able to attain the perfection in yoga? Akriti.
Arjun is asking Lord Krishna that what if a yogi is trying to attain the moksha but he's not able to do it, so then he needs to die and try to do it on the next birth. But Arjun is still confused. He has lots of questions that how is a how what happens if a yogi can't attain the moksha.
Very good. Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. So here Arjuna is asking a question to Lord Shri Krishna, that what happens to a yogi who shows full devotion and follows Lord Shri Krishna, but isn't able to attain the moksha due to maybe a certain reason. So Lord Shri Krishna will answer probably the next few shlokas, and it will probably be that there's rebirths. So you have to fulfill the requirements for moksha in probably in next life. And yeah, and Arjuna is still like curious, and he will ask many more questions after this as well.
Thank you, Ritu Babi.
Yes, dear. So in this shloka, because Krishna said in the last shloka that's a gradual process and slow process. So Arjun is asking his doubt ki if a person is on the path to seek moksha, but in between he loses his life or he is no more on this earth, what will happen to such a person? Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much. Now next shloka, shloka 38. Kachit whether na not ubhaya both vibhrashtha deviated from chinna broken or scattered abhram cloud eva like nashyati perishes or destroyed apratishta without any glory mahabaho mighty armed Krishna vimuda distracted brahmana supreme pati one on the path. So Arjun is continuing, he is asking, will such a person who deviates from the path of yoga get deprived of both material security and spiritual success? O mighty armed Sri Krishna ji, will he perish or get destroyed like a scattering cloud that neither forms the shape of the cloud nor it rains? So here Arjun is giving an example of the clouds. So he is asking what will happen, you know, to that yogi, because he is following the path what Sri Krishna ji has shown. So he is trying to follow the path. He has not attained the perfection, and he has no. He's matlab he is away from these material desires and the material senses, material objects. He had no, we have to be detached from all these desires and the expectations and results to follow the path shown by Sri Krishna ji, correct? So he is telling what will happen to that person, because he is neither no, he has neither achieved the success on the path of yogi, and nor he has completely left the material desires and the material senses. So there is a very common saying in Hindi, na धोबी का कुत्ता ना घाट का ना घर का. That means that person is neither on the path of moksha nor he is in the complete material world. He is in the middle. By chance, he is not able to no, achieve the success in the yoga of meditation, but he has controlled his senses, controlled his desires, anger, senses, uh, detached from the material, all these material results, what will happen, expectations, and all. But somehow that person is not able to attain that perfect state of yogi. So, what will happen to him? They're able to understand, like we also say that one should not travel by keeping one leg in two boats. Can you keep one leg in two boats? No. I know, hai na? If we imagine two boats are there, can we keep one leg in two boats? We cannot do. Hai na? So, like that. He is neither in the perfection of yoga nor he is in completely in the material world. He is in between and not able to attain the success of moksha. So what will happen to that kind of person? So similarly Arjun asked a very valid question to Sri Krishna ji, whether the person who failed to achieve the mastery in yoga will then get respect in the material society as well as in the spiritual life. है ना? Will he get the respect in the material life and in the spiritual life? It's a very valid question, because chances are there. Not everybody gets success. Many are failures, many are no in between. So we will take few more examples. Assume you boast about your joining karate class or any other sport class or singing or dancing classes, telling your friends that just wait and watch. I shall do wonders after I complete my classes. है ना? Suppose you go for some class and you will be discussing with your friends, I go to this class and I will know do wonders after learning everything, and then but due to some reasons you are not able to become successful in that field. So what will happen? Your friends will tease you, right? Friend will ask you what happened. You said that you are going to this class and you are going to show us the wonders, but we are not able to see any wonders. They are obviously going to question you, right? So this is the very doubt of Arjun, whether the person who might have left the material requirements to achieve the spiritual success but fails in the spiritual journey, what will happen to him? What will happen, Akriti? Will he lose the respect in both the material and the spiritual society? So for this, Sri Krishna ji will reply. Come on, now you explain, Akriti.
I didn't understand.
You didn't? Okay. You listen to your friends. Siddhant?
Yes, ma'am. So here Arjun is continuing from last shloka, where he asks what happens to a yogi who has like control over their material life, but hasn't perfected or mastered like the status of a true like the yoga, so the mastery of yoga. So someone who is in between those two, in between, Arjuna is asking what will happen to them. So an example is you can't ride in, as you said, you can't ride in two boats at once. So you can't keep both your legs in two boats. You have to be in one. So he's saying. So I think what Lord Shri Krishna might say was you have to show devotion in fully one. Uh, where your heart lays, which is on the path of moksha. So Arjuna is Shri Krishna is still going to answer, but Arjuna is asking what will happen to someone who has control over the material desires and material senses, but hasn't been able to master the yoga.
Yeah, true. Thank you. Ritu Babi?
Yes, dear. So in this shloka, Arjun is expressing his doubt to Sri Krishna, and he's asking that if a person loses his life in between and he's not able to achieve the perfection of yoga, but he's midway, so will he get scattered like a cloud, or will he get perished, or will he be able to enjoy the material world, or will he attain the yoga? So Arjun is totally confused and he's expressing his doubt to Krishna.
Thank you so much. Rupashri ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'll just tell from what I've understood. Yeah, here in this shloka, Arjuna is asking Lord Sri Krishna his doubt that with all the explanation that Lord Sri Krishna has given that about the creation and existence, what will happen if a person is on the path of moksha, he's trying to achieve and trying to meditate, but it's like you need to practice a lot, and if you're like midway and you get deviated, and in between if that body uh, gets if that body dies, then what will happen? Will that soul get stuck in between, or will it continue from the place where it was like left out in that level of like awareness and knowledge? Will it continue from there, or will it get scattered? So the other example which you gave is like if we are not even completely on the materialistic side, not completely on the moksha side, so in between what will happen? Arjuna is asking. Lord Shri Krishna hasn't answered, no ma'am, in this shloka.
No, no. Arjun is still asking.
It's just a question. Okay, ma'am,
Yeah.
understood.
Thank you, ma'am. It's
Thank you.
perfect.
Okay.
Akriti?
I understood a little bit.
Ha, come on, explain. Akriti, come on, say.
Okay, I understood. Arjun is saying that what will happen if a person is trying to get moksha, but he can't get moksha and he's in the between.
Perfect. This is what Arjun is asking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very perfect. So he has given an example of cloud. He said that it may be like the cloud, the dark clouds, which thunders a lot, but it doesn't rain. They will create too much of thundering sound, but it doesn't rain, and they are not forming the cloud shape as well, because it will be very dark. Have you ever noticed in Hindi we say जो गरजते हैं वो बरसते नहीं हैं, और जो बरसते हैं वो गरजते नहीं हैं. मतलब those who are the clouds who are making the sounds will not rain, and the clouds which are raining with they will not thunder, they will not give any sound. Able to understand? So he is saying that will the body and the soul will be in that position, the position of the cloud, which are thundering a lot and they are not raining as well, and there is no formation of the cloud shape as well, because the cloud shapes looks really beautiful, if you see in the sky they will form different shapes, and it's really nice to see those clouds. So now, so same way, if a person has attained the perfection of yoga, he or she is getting moksha, or else that person is in the material world enjoying all the material happiness. So he's trying to say in that way. What if that person is in the middle? He has left the material, all desires, expectations, and he was trying to get the perfection, but by chance he is in the middle. Neither he got the perfection in the spiritual life, nor he is completely in the material world. So what will happen to such kind of person? The body or the soul? Understood now? Okay, we will see what Sri Krishna ji replies. So Sri Krishna ji will reply from Sloka 40. So Arjun has some more questions on behalf of us. Okay.